Every single data professional knows that AI is now non-negotiable in the data domain, but the same person is also confused about what to learn and how to learn AI in the data domain. And that makes sense because obviously when you go to ChatGPT and try to ask this question, you will get a full-fledged AI engineer roadmap. And that is not what you are looking for. You are just looking for the essential skills that you need to acquire for the data domain. Simple. So in the next 10 minutes, I will not provide you any kind of AI engineer roadmap. Instead, I will give you all of the exact AI skills in the exact order that you need to learn in 2026, so that you can confidently say that you are AI ready for the data domain and obviously crack better opportunities for your career in the data domain. So hi, if you are new to this channel, simply hit the subscribe button if you want the updated knowledge in the data domain at the right time. So bro, first of all, every manager, director, recruiter is literally shouting out loud that you should have agentic AI skills, which is a specific area within the bigger umbrella of AI. Now, a lot of people think that agentic AI is just about building AI agents, which is not completely wrong, but it is not completely right as well. Agentic AI is a space which has dimensions like obviously AI agents. Along with that, it has other dimensions as well, such as human in the loop, stateful orchestration, agent to agent communication, and much more. And when you combine all of these dimensions, then you get a complete agentic AI solution. I hope it makes sense. And don't sweat it, these jargons will feel like a piece of cake when you start learning these things in the right order. So what's the right order? Let's find out. So everything in agentic AI starts with the LLMs, large language models. And do not worry, you do not need to create a large language model from scratch, but you need to understand how LLMs actually work, how tokens are being generated, how you can just pass the prompts, and how your prompt structure will actually change the LLM behavior. Because this will give you a complete holistic approach about LLMs, and you will be able to effectively use LLMs in your workflows. And most importantly, you will be able to pick the right LLM for your work from the list of hundreds of LLMs available right now in the market. But knowing LLMs alone is not fruitful unless you build something out of those LLMs. And I'm just talking about an AI agent. So the next skill that you need to learn is building AI agent using the LLMs. And you know what? This skill has so many sub skills because AI agent is a kind of complete thing in itself. Let's try to unfold it one by one. So first of all, you need to understand that AI agent is nothing but just a program which can call the functions autonomously according to the prompt we provide to it, nothing fancy. And this is where you will learn about the React reasoning plus acting architecture of the agent, which is one of the most popular ones available right there. Let me give you an example. So let's say you just want to create a SQL analyst agent. Simple. So what you will do while creating this agent, you will create a React agent, or you can say agent with React architecture, which looks like something like this. So what is this thing? In this particular architecture, or basically in this agent, you simply create so many tools and then your LLM just run a React loop with these tools where it performs just two things, reasoning plus acting. So it reasons on all of the outputs of the tools and then act accordingly. This is your React SQL agent. Simple. And have you heard about RAG, retrieval augmented generation? This falls under the umbrella of AI agents because every AI agent should have a branch of effectively retrieving and augmented the output using your relevant documents. And yes, here you just talk to vector databases, vectorless databases, and so many other things. And let me just bring a smile on your face. Nowadays, creating and building AI agents is so easy because almost every LLM provider has their own SDKs and APIs, and you can quickly create the agent like this. And now, if I ask you to create a solution where so many agents can talk to each other and can work together along with all of the other dimensions, how would it sound? That's where the concept of stateful orchestration, or you can say agentic AI, comes into the picture. Let me explain this thing with the same SQL analyst agent example. So now in the real world, we do not just create the SQL analyst agent because that is not enough. We want a complete data agent that can literally perform all of the tasks that a data agent should perform, like Python related tasks, SQL related tasks, and obviously data visualization related tasks as well. So what about creating a complete graph which can have multiple sub agents like this? Let's say it should have one SQL analyst, then Python analyst, then let's say data visualization analyst as well. This graph, this solution is now more of like complete data agent. Agree? Because all of these sub agents can now talk to these stakeholders and can serve their recurrent queries or any requirements that they just keep on coming with. And this particular solution, this graph, is actually called as your agentic AI solution. I hope it makes sense. So how you can just gather the skills around this area, let me just tell you. So first of all, you will need to learn about the stateful orchestration frameworks available, because that is the core of agentic AI solutions, and there are like many available, for example LangChain, LangGraph, Llama Index, Crew AI, and much more. And the beauty of these frameworks is when you will be just learning about these frameworks, you will automatically gain knowledge around human in the loop, AI as a judge, agent memory, everything. And yes, there is like one minor skill which is optional, by the way, for data professionals, which is about governing the LLMs, maintaining the cost, and having a track of everything, basically the lineage. But why did I say optional? Because here your full-fledged AI engineers can come into the picture and can take the responsibility. But if you have the skill, obviously it will be like cherry on the cake, and that's it. So these are the essential skills that you should acquire in 2026, and you can just confidently then say that you are AI ready for the data domain. And yes, now a lot of noisemakers will say,
hey, we do not need these skills, we do not need any AI skills.
So just a small reply, you can just go to any job portal and search about the roles and just read the job description, and that's it. I do not need to say anything else. And to those who genuinely want to learn these AI skills, so there's a good news. There are ample number of resources, YouTube tutorials available out there. You can literally search the topic name and start learning. And yes, I have also created so many tutorials around these areas, but you can just learn from any resource. Got it? And now I just want to ask a very simple question, because I was getting a lot of requests about this. Should I create one project type of tutorial which will cover all of these things, most of the things, not all, and we will be just creating a complete agentic AI solution, creating a data agent, and can just learn all of the skills using that particular project? Because when you just build something, you can just learn all of the things on the fly. So if you want me to create that kind of tutorial like project, do let me know in the comment section, and let's aim for, let's say, 500 comments. And if I just get the request, I will definitely create the tutorial or project for you. So happy learning and stay tuned.